Hello, this is Unprofessional Movie Reviews, and we're going to be doing an announcement. This is Teddy. He's like pure black, and I'm wearing pure black, so if you can't tell, I'm holding a cat. Here. Contrast. Okay, we've been skipping on our movie reviews because I had to get married, and I'm moving soon, and we've been really busy, and that's it.
I'm hella sick.
And he's super sick. These are disclaimers about how, sorry we haven't been doing a lot of reviews. He has bronchitis. I'm busy a lot. We're going to be trying to do the big movies coming up. Like, we're going to try to do Apes. We're going to try to do Dunkirk. Hopefully we can. Also, we're hoping to set up another channel soon, and then maybe another project between the both of us that we'll talk about. Anyways, you probably don't care about that because you don't know who you are because no one really watches these. Fuck you! Da-na-na-na-na-na! Na-na! Hey! I forgot to
the internet!
Oh, the internet! Welcome to Unprofessional Movie Reviews. My name's Mark.
I'm the Bill.
That's Billy. This is Capone. El Capone. So if you hear... There you go.
This is his tail.
If you hear him meowing, that's what's going on. He's meowing.
Is a pain in the ass.
He's gonna be... If we lock him out of the room, he'll be scratching the door. This is actually the better solution. We just went and saw a Marvel/Sony movie. Spider-Man Homecoming. Bye! No, okay. So, the way this works is we're going to give you a little synopsis about Spider-Man, and then we're going to give you the negatives about what we didn't like about it, and then we're going to give you some positives. Fuck it. I'm going to look at something. You talk about what this movie's about.
Sure. Before we start, do the likes and the subscribies, and find us on the Facebooks and the Twitters.
The internet stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a little synopsis-y thing. So, we went to see Spider-Man Homecoming, and we saw this version of Spider-Man in Captain America 3, Civil War. And so we saw Underoos, and he stole Cap's shield, and he was super, super excited to be there.
Underoos!
So this was an isolated story shortly after that. 2 months, I think? Two and a half months-ish after that.
Yeah.
And it's the story of Peter Parker trying to figure out what it means to be a superhero.
Yep.
And shit gets fucked up by the Vulture.
Yep, main bad guy is Michael Keaton as Vulture, and there, as you can tell by the, trailers, there's some Tony Stark in here.
Yeah, he makes cameos.
I would call him supporting in it. He's in enough.
Yeah, he's definitely supportive.
Yeah.
And, Marissa Tomei, Aunt May.
Yep, we'll get into performances.
No, it's just...
Yeah, that's who else
We're doing
is
cameos, so...
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Happy Hogan.
Some stuff about this. Negatives. I'm going to bring up the director and the positives, actually. Actually, no, I got some stuff.
Okay.
John Watts directed this. Overall, when it comes to certain things, which we'll get into, I think he did a good job. Certain things. I don't really like a lot of the action in this movie, and that's my biggest negative.
No Spidey sense.
No Spidey sense? That was a weird choice, because it's like one of his most useful powers.
It's a staple, too.
Yeah, it's...
Like, you had to have at least one really cool...
He has wall-crawling webs, Spidey sense, in strength. Okay, cool. Alright. I don't know if that's really his idea, or if it was the big producer Feige's idea. Yeah, but Kevin Feige, he produced it. It's just like all the, but anyways, tension. Let's talk about tension. Remember Sam Raimi's second Spider-Man, where he's got the train, and he's shooting, and his mask is off, and then he just gets knocked out, and then the townsfolk are like, I'll keep your secret, and they're all like, wow, he's just young. That scene's awesome. Right? Because of tension, because you felt it, and you feel the way this guy directed a lot of the action just looked like whistles and lights.
Yeah.
And there's some really crazy, you guys see it in the trailer where there's a ferry splitting in half. I should be feeling a lot more excitement than I was. I didn't feel the stakes.
I also didn't understand how the boat was able to be pushed together with physical force to become watertight again.
Yeah, I didn't actually understand why it's something cut cleanly in half took a while to do this. Wouldn't it just go, ugh?
No, the tension of the water slows it down a bit.
But there was water in the middle of it.
Yeah, but it has to get in there.
Okay.
It takes time.
Okay, alright. Either way, what I'm getting at is one of my biggest negatives is not a lot of tension when it comes to action.
Yeah.
And it took me a lot of the scenes.
Same with the emotional scenes, though. There's, like, I'm going to segue here.
Okay. Have your
there's a really powerful scene. I won't spoil anything for you, but there's a scene where Peter is trapped. And Tom Holland gives this great performance where he's just panicking.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't know how to get out of it.
It was actually a really good performance.
And then it's over. It's so fast. I could have used another 45 minutes of that.
Yeah, well, maybe not 45 minutes.
But I could have used at least another couple minutes of that because I really felt for him.
Yeah.
Like, I actually went like this in the theater, like, oh no.
I was getting amazed by his performance at that moment, but yeah, you're right. It was super short-lived, and it didn't really feel like there was a lot of stakes.
Right.
It was literally like...
Okay, come on, get out. You just get out. You're gonna get out.
Yeah, we all know you've got super strength. Whatever.
No.
It's like he forgot for a minute. Like, yeah. Anyways, so a lot of the tension was taken out. That was kind of both of our negative. You got another one?
I've got a positive negative. I liked and disliked the character that Zendaya played, Michelle.
Zendaya, Michelle.
Yeah. She was a very underused character, very funny, but also she was unintentionally funny.
Yeah.
Because she was a parody of a specific high school archetype. And
so archetypey, it was written on her fucking face.
Yeah, it was. And if your best, strongest character is a parody
of an archetype,
then that just shows you that there's so little depth in your other characters. And a lot of these characters were very shallow and did not have a lot of depth.
You're right. A lot of these characters are extremely shallow. And I understand that's a trend in high school movies. Is like, I mean, let's look at one of the best high school movies ever. Breakfast Club. They are totally all archetypes. But what happens in it? They all break free, and you realize that they're people. They're all people.
Right.
But what do this and a lot of other high school movies? They're all archetypes, but they don't do the second part. Yeah. Granted, this wasn't supposed to be Breakfast Club,
right.
So it's unfair of me to compare it.
Liz needed more depth.
They all needed more depth, and I actually really liked Liz.
I really liked
and I didn't think I was supposed to. I liked Liz. Because
I didn't like her.
I felt like she was a mix of their archetype. I thought that she's like the pretty
girl, though, but that was it, though.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I like that.
She was a mix of archetypes, and that's it.
I like that she was a mix of archetypes.
Ned was cool.
Yeah, his main dude, Ned. I'm gonna find out who did the performance in a second.
And Tom Holland.
He's definitely a positive.
Yeah, we'll talk about that more positive. Do you have more negatives?
Yeah, I do.
The plot in general was lackluster.
Now let's talk about villains here for a second. And I'm gonna, and this is a pretty, it's a Marvel thing. There's Loki, and there's Red Skull, maybe?
Just in one movie.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is a lot of they're not all as bad as Malekith. He was probably the worst villain in Marvel. But what I'm getting at is the villains are there to be mustache-twirling villains to give obstacle to the bad guy. I get that. Then you don't have to get somebody like Michael Keaton to do it. I could have done it because I'm not that great of an actor. You don't really need a great actor to do it. And they actually were kind of doing that in some movies where they're like, let's just get some random dude.
Somebody who can really sell shitty lines.
Yeah, in not only can Michael Keaton sell shitty lines, but he can sell good lines too. Maybe you should have gave him some. And I'm assuming we're gonna bring up positives or performances a little bit more in the positives. And I'm going to say he acted well, but he had nothing to work with. You guys know this, Marvel. You know that your villains. Is it just a negative you're okay with? Like, no, we could just put more on the good guys then, so we don't have to work on the bad guys. If that's what it is, okay, fine. But can you at least try with the bad guys a little bit?
It was. I'm not saying it's good, and I'm not. Well, I guess I am saying it's bad, but it was interesting, and I'm saying interesting meaning not good. how the villain had the whole, like, I'm the little guy, that's the big guy, and the little guy's the hero type of mentality.
And then in the next line, he's like, let's shoot this child.
Yeah.
I get what they were doing,
The
but again,
march of communism goes forward.
I feel like there's back to archetypes. I feel like Kevin Feige, the main producer of the Marvel movies, has like a dartboard of archetypal villains, and then he's just like,
Yeah.
the little guy revenge. Let's do that one.
Yeah.
And then he's like, for Civil War, it's like, oh, somebody who's revenging his family.
Yeah. Oh, and he was set up.
Oh, okay, yep, set up. Okay, cool. Evil Dark Wizard. All right, moving on. Oh, we used that one already? Okay, fuck it, we'll use it twice.
Hacker. Oh, man, it kind of like overlapped on Evil Robot. We'll just combine them.
Yeah, let's just combine them, fuck it. But yeah, I mean, that was it. I believe that we're kind of good on
Negatives.
negatives.
Yeah, I mean, we're at 10 minutes.
I wanted a little bit of a sound. Did you notice the score?
The score was good and bad. There was so much.
So that was middle of the road.
Yeah, I mean, there was good moments and bad moments in the score. Like,
Yeah.
I liked the cheesy Spider-Man theme at the beginning, and then the rest of it wasn't memorable at all. It was atmospheric. I remember that it was atmospheric because nothing ever stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. I do got one more negative.
Yeah.
And this is more my wife's negative, because she went to this with us. Pacing, I guess, because she thought this was the longest 2.5 hours ever. She thought that this was beyond 3.
Movie. It was
a long movie. I don't consider it a negative because I never got bored.
No,
I did notice how long it was.
Yeah.
But you're still not supposed to notice how long it is.
Yeah.
You're not. So I'm not saying it was boring. I'm saying there must have been pacing issues if people start to notice how long it is. So it's not a huge negative. We weren't bored.
And I don't know if I should ever say this for the end, but you know how I like to talk about home video release?
Yeah.
This movie does not have a lot of rewatchability, in my opinion.
I'm going to rewatch it, but
I'm going to rewatch it, but I don't think
there is a big thing with Marvel movies is how much I love them and how much I don't really rewatch them unless they're... The first Avengers I watched 1,000 times.
Me too.
Guardians of the Galaxy I watched 1,000 times. Winter Soldier I watched multiple times. I know me and you kind of disagreed on Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But Ant-Man I think I've watched twice.
I watched Deadpool like 80 times.
I still haven't... Yeah, but that's Fox.
Yeah.
I still haven't opened Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I haven't bought it.
Yeah, and I bought it though, but I haven't opened it. Okay, so there we go. Maybe a little rewatchability is a little off. Positives. Those are fireworks.
Yeah.
Positives. A little guy named Jacob Batalon playing Ned. You're funny, dude.
Yeah.
You're funny.
Yeah.
Writing on this guy was great. He was the
so,
Chewbacca. He was a co-pilot,
Yeah.
and he was hilarious.
So many actors try to pull off the like awkward chubby teenager, and he nailed it.
Well, and he nailed it being PG.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a thing
Like,
with
you
the
could be-
awkward
you could
chubby
be,
teenager has to be
Yeah.
super bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Seth.
Of too. No, it's not
Seth.
Seth, but that's the character's name. I'm blanking on his name.
I'm Jonah Hill.
Jonah
I'm
Hill,
usually
there you
so
go.
good at
I was like,
so good at names,
Yeah,
and
Jonah
you are
Hill.
too. I feel like after Superbad, I'm not saying anything bad about Superbad. I love that movie, but after Superbad, the fat friend has to be like, I want to smell the vagina,
Yeah.
just like super. He wasn't, and he pulled that nerdy and obnoxious really well. And I'm a nerdy, obnoxious person, so I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's something very sweet and innocent about him too.
Yeah. I wanted to hug him.
And Tom Holland pulled off awkward really well too.
Yeah, that's another big
He's the
positive.
best Peter Parker. Can we just go ahead and say that?
I agree with you. I think that Tom Holland's the best Peter Parker.
Like,
I don't think this is the best
Peter Parker.
Yeah, I don't think this is the best Spider-Man at all. The best Spider-Man movie, I mean. But I do think
character-wise, posture, physicality, accent,
nailing the
perfect,
likable nerd
and the youth.
Yeah, and the youth. But that idea of Peter Parker's not an ugly freak, and he's not. But it's the socially awkwardness and about the fact that he's juggling his different life that makes him the nerd.
Yeah.
And they got that.
Yeah.
He's not like, can I smell your feet? No, he's not that kind of a nerd. The nerd I was. But he totally, if he got his brain together, he could be the most popular kid in school. But he just can't.
He has to
and he
self-doubt.
played that. And he got a lot of self-doubt. And I think they really did nail the juggling the two lives.
Yeah, this definitely
Really,
way
really
better than it's ever been done.
Yeah, I think the juggling two lives, which is one of the biggest staples. If they were to Iron Man and do what they did with the other Marvel movies with Spider-Man, if he was to come out as Spider-Man to anyone besides, spoiler, I'm not going to say, but more than one person, if he just went like, I'm Spider-Man, and then eats his American cheeseburger like an Iron Man, I would be so pissed. I'd be like, yeah, no, fuck it.
I've always wanted to see the Spider-Man unmasking scene, though.
I do want that, but that's not a first Spider-Man thing.
No, of course
all.
not.
Yeah.
But in the comics, there's that moment.
In Civil War 3 or 4, yeah, when Spider-Man flips to Iron Man's side and takes.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. There's a different scene in. I thought it was the Ultimates, but I must be wrong.
And then it might be Ultimates.
There's
I don't
one
read Ultimates.
storyline where he's forcibly demasked in front of TV cameras.
Oh yeah, that must be Ultimates because I don't read. I'm 616.
Yeah,
a normal universe. Now they're both the same.
No, the only comics I ever really got into were the Ultimates.
Yeah, it was easy for a lot of people. I mean, I did a little bit, but not Spider-Man. Anyways, moving on. That's neither here nor there. We got a lot of things to go through. Karen, aka the voice inside her suit, was done by, wait for it, Jennifer Connelly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love Jennifer Connelly. Positive to Jennifer Connelly. You're a jerk,
Who's
cat.
Friday? Because I love the voice of Friday.
I don't know. She
That
wasn't
Scottish
actually in
accent.
this.
No,
I couldn't find it when I looked down.
Yeah, no, she had a cameo.
Other performances. Keaton was doing really good for the little he was out. I actually did like this villain more than they deserved.
Yeah,
and because of Keaton.
I saw Civil War, and I still wasn't the type of person to be like, no, Marissa Tomei. Yeah, she's kind of hot. And after this movie, I'm like, I get it. I get why everybody thinks she's so hot.
I've always thought Marissa.
I've seen the rest.
I love Marissa Tomei. Yeah. Oh no. My biological clock. My cousin Vinny. Oh my god. I love her in My Cousin.
I love her
the
in My
scene
Cousin
where
too.
she's breaking down the vehicle
car,
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the sexiest scene.
1964 Ford Skylark.
That was not done by a Skylark. Oh, she's so good at that. That's not what we're talking about. She's fine as that may. She's rather underused.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't do the whole Uncle Ben spider thing.
They allude to it.
They allude to it. I kind of wish that he brought up the radioactive spider at all.
Yeah. Well, they did just like in passing.
Yeah,
He's
barely.
Like, how'd you get your bat? Oh, I got bit. Oh, does it hurt? Like that whole thing.
I missed that.
Oh,
that's how passing
okay.
it was.
No, Ned
said it. Okay.
He's explaining like I got bit by a spider.
I know I got other positives.
I really liked that they glossed over it, but I liked that Peter wore Uncle Ben's suit to the homecoming.
I didn't even notice that. That's cool.
Well, he doesn't have a suit. They went into her closet.
Oh yeah, no shit. Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice little sneaky thing.
They should have made a big deal about it.
Yeah.
I would have loved that.
I really, all I got to talk about are performances. I really did like the performances. So this John Watt guy who directed this, he also directed Cop Car with Kevin Bacon. Really decent too. I mean, a very low budget movie with Kevin Bacon. But I can tell that this guy is definitely more of a actor's director than an action director.
Yeah. I actually like the action scenes. I didn't love them because no Spidey sense, but
yeah.
I liked them a lot.
I thought a lot of the shots during them
messy.
Well, not messy. Zoomed in too much, especially where we were talking about when he had to lift something off of him. I think they should have showed me what the hell he was trapped under.
I think the idea was to make it look claustrophobic, and that's why they were zoomed in.
Oh, okay, maybe. Yeah. A lot of the action kind of looked like a giant thing was hitting him opposed to me seeing what it was. Okay. I don't know, I kind of like my action a little so I could see it.
It did look like after he got out of the thing that we're talking about, that he was only trapped under one layer of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, but the whole thing fell.
But back on performances, Tom Holland during that scene was really good.
I was done with...
Sorry.
Okay, visual effects. The tech. Can we talk about the tech?
Yes.
Because the tech was outstanding. I am so excited to see what else that suit has in store.
He's gonna hit me.
Because you saw in the trailer, you find out he had like a training wheels tutorial program on his suit.
Oh, and as soon as he breaks it off, yeah.
You find out there's a million things he can do with it. And when we finally get Spider-Man Homecoming 2, or whatever it's going to be called, Spider-Man Winter Formal,
I was gonna make that joke right.
It's gonna have like so many different abilities. Lethal mode. I want to see what lethal mode can do.
Yeah. And yeah, there's all the humor. That's another positive. There was some pretty decent humor in here.
No, there was a lot of laughs.
There's a lot of laughs. And
Spider-Man, do a backflip.
yeah,
You know Spider-Man.
my man. All right, I feel
Yes.
like we got this. I feel like this in the bag.
Yeah, let's do
Reviews
it.
in the bag. Let's do it.
You go first.
Okay, I had a lot of fun, but I agree with him with the rewatchability. I'm gonna buy it just because I'm a completionist.
I'm a Spider-Man. So I buy it.
Oh, and by the way, I looked up. They did give us very underrated villain, the Shocker. I wish they explained why he was called Shocker.
Was Mason a thing? I feel like Mason's a thing.
Mason?
The tech guy that worked.
Oh yeah, Tinker.
Tinker.
Yep, Tinker. They used Tinker too, and they used him as much as. But it's cool. They ran through two of the Shockers, and both of them were in the comics. Those an exact names. So there you go. They got a little bit of comic stuff.
Little
in.
reference to Betty Brant too, if you missed it.
Oh, yep.
If you watch it again, you'll see what I'm talking about.
But anyways, mostly because F off, cat. Mostly because of the rewatchability, I'm going to only give this 6.5 Shockers out of 10.
Wow.
I didn't actually have it. I had fun. That's kind of it.
I'm
I had
very
fun in
surprised
performances.
because I gave this movie 7 out of 10 Falcons, but lamer. See, he's saying Team Valor. He's voting for Team Valor.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
Team Valor. It's a
what makes him
Pokemon
lamer.
joke. What's with Michael Keaton? Sorry, Cat, but you're just too loud. What's with Michael Keaton and playing Averari's superheroes and villains?
You mean like Birdman and Vulture?
And Batman?
Oh, and Batman.
Yeah.
The only flying mammal. The Batman.
Yeah. And I do like that in Birdman, it's all about his character giving him shit about being a sellout and doing comic book movies for the money.
Ooh.
Yeah, Founder didn't really pay off, did it? Alright, we'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully next time you see us, we'll be talking about apes, and next time after that, we'll be talking about Germans being saved from islands. Bye!
Nah, I thought I stopped it, and then I didn't, so now I'm gonna stop it.
Bye!